On today's episode of Stupid Shit You Shouldn't Do in a Warthog, let's take on this f***ing guided missile destroyer. That was all of our gun ammo in one burst. Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. For those that are new here, this is my homemade A10C flight simulator. If you want to see how I made it, go through the YouTube channel or head over to my website at thewarthogproject.com. Today's video is just an update. If you want to skip all this and go straight to some flying, check the timestamps down below and you can skip to some stuff that I captured on my streams. The biggest thing that's changed is the paint. You can see I finally got a coat of paint on the externals. It is now green and it's based on the Red Devil's 100th anniversary jet. All the decals I did with my vinyl cutter, and most importantly, it has the cow. I've got a full video planned on the paint. I just haven't released that yet because I'm not 100% sold on this paint scheme. I honestly think I'm probably going to go back to grey. The only reason is it looks awesome there. It looks awesome when it's out of the room. The detail in it is epic, but from standing in this room, you don't really see much of it. And the green just doesn't go with anything else in this room because everything else is grey. The walls of the room are grey, the screen's grey when it's turned off. I'm probably going to go back to the grey scheme. I also did, while I was painting, I did those two wall art things. They're going to get mounted probably up there in the corners. I'm probably going to go to that paint scheme there, so it'll be a slightly darker shade of grey on the externals and the Flying Tigers jet. So once I finalise the paint scheme, then I'll release that painting video, and that video will also have all the details about my vinyl cutter that I use to make all the decals. Other things that have changed in the cockpit, I've added the DVADR, and I'll show you how that works in a second. Because it got its paint scheme, I also changed the radio call. You'll remember in the last video the flood lighting, so I did the flood lighting here. If I flick it to emergency flood, it'll go full brightness. If I skip now to that previous video, you'll see that I had flood lighting in the footwell. I put some quick 3D printed shrouds over that so it wasn't so floody. So now you can see the rudder pedals have more directed light on them. There's not just a massive amount of spill coming out of the footwell. It's just enough light so I can see where the rudder pedals are at. Every single thing in the cockpit's turned off except for the emergency flood lighting. I just wanted to show you the difference in the spill in the footwells there. You can see I put those little 3D printed covers over those lights, so it's now just lighting up the rudder pedals and not spilling the whole way out here. Okay, so here I am sitting in the jet, and I just wanted to show you the functionality of the new DVADR. So in the real jet, it controls the flight data recorder that's down here. Obviously I don't have a real flight data recorder, that's just for looks. So my one is actually controlling my streaming setup. So you can see that I've got a stream deck down here. I usually use that to flick between camera views, but now I'm going to use this. So the off, standby and record button just flicks the switch in the game, so that actually doesn't have any functionality. Just turns on the record on light, and when you put it on standby, it's not recording. This one here is the magic one. You should be able to see now the inset there, what you normally see. When I flick this switch here, it should flick to the HUD view. And then when I put it back into the middle, it flicks back to my head camera mount. And then when I put it down, it shows the MFDs. So that's pretty cool. So when I'm lining up a target, I can just flick that to HUD and it'll show everyone the HUD view, head camera mount, and back down to the MFDs. And while we're here, Also, I swapped the Your SAS labels here. You can see in the old version it said track IR there. I've recut a new panel so it's got the proper monitor test, and I changed the backlight of that to green instead of white. I also fixed the takeoff trim indicator, and while I had that off, I actually drilled a hole, put a spring and a ball bearing in the underside of that knob, so it now has a center position. You can hear it, see it clicks in the center. So there's a proper spot where it locks in, so I know where the center position is. What else changed in here? Oh, I printed out some radio cards and put the little metal brackets in there. That's on both sides. This side's just got a loose compass variation card in there. And I'm yet to print a new knife, which I was going to do with the proper knurling, but I finally got the proper captive pin installed. I'm not sure if the real one has the captive cable, but I left it on there because it's cool. So that captive pin is spring loaded. You have to push the button in on the back there to get the knife out. I still need to 3D print a better knife. That one's just a temporary placeholder. I'm just struggling to get the knurling right. Little cameras from my streaming setup, that just rests there. I'll work out a better mount for that later. I bought 2 new cameras, these little cheap 4K ones, one there and one to be head mounted during my streams. I also found the time to pull apart the UFC, so the altitude alert button now works again. It had just rattled loose, the PCB had fallen off a little bit, so I can set the altitude alert and all that, which is pretty cool. Every button in that now works. Alright, so that's sort of it for the updates. Next thing I'm going to be doing is putting a canopy bow on it. It's a lot more complex than it seems. And then after I get the canopy bow on, I'm probably going to revisit the paint. But for now, what I'm going to do is just go to a whole bunch of flying footage. Again, if you want to see how I made this, be sure to check out the website. Also, jump in the comments below if you have any questions. Thanks heaps for watching, and let's go put some warheads on foreheads. Alright, so first thing we'll do is flick the emergency flood so we can see what we're doing. The battery power switch wasn't reset. We've got to flick the 2 jennies on. We're going to come over around here and flick the boost pumps on. Then we're going to come over here and hit the battery power. We're going to flick the inverter. Then come over here and flick the APU. And then patiently wait for the APU to kick into life. That's at 100 now, so when I flick the APU gen, it comes to life. Turn my emergency flood off. Now we're in business. Radios. That's a 249. Let's go on. There we go. Left engine start. That's all I need to know, 04. Left engine should be starting. I'm going to turn that off because the beeping is goddamn annoying. Hit that. We're going to turn off our external view. Going to arm our ejection seat.
Pull up.
We're going to increase the intensity on the HUD.
Altitude.
That engine has started. Right engine. Anti-skid. For external lights. Anti-collision over here. We will hit the signal light lamp test. Make sure we've got everything. And over there, which we do. Fire detect bleed air test. SAS panel. EAC and radar altimeter. Enter on that.
Pull up.
Load all. Uncage that standby attitude indicator.
Altitude.
this bad boy to on. Standby, sorry.
Warning, autopilot. Ceiling.
About to CDU. Make sure our weapons are loaded, which they are. Check out our TAD. Go down here and cycle that to mission and then to flight plan. Which we do have a flight plan loaded. Alright, INS is aligned. Nav. EGI. Alright, I think we're about ready. I don't actually know where I am. We're at a Napa, I know that much. I think I'm on the northwest ramp. Runway in use is 04, so I got a taxi to my right all the way down Delta to Alpha. Napa traffic, pig 11, taxi Delta through Alpha to 04, Napa traffic. Napa traffic, pig 11, taking the active runway 04 for departure, Napa traffic. And let's f***ing punch it. Nozzle steering off. And rotate. Gear up. Alright, we'll just level out here at about 2,000 feet. Altitude hold. And then I'm just going to flick the map and work out where they're... Actually, no, I won't. I'll use the web CGI. Where was I? This one right here. So if we just point our nose out to the northeast. Looks like that other pig's going for it. The other warthog. Point our nose out there somewhere. Let me just quickly write down that 450819 0373853, and then we will go down here and we will go waypoint 450819 northing 0373853 easting. There we go. Just have a look at that. Alright, let's TGP on, laser arm, master arm, gun arm. We'll kill all our external lights. So we're all fenced in. I forgot to turn the radar warning receiver back on, and then I looked up and I saw the missile launch warning and realised it was very quiet. I'm pretty sure it was that other 10 though, launching on those targets, not anything firing at me. Alright, let me just turn on my MFD so you guys can see what I'm looking at. There we go, there's one. Big copper rocket, I think. Actually, I'm not going to even give him a Maverick, because... why not? Ah, I always bump that goddamn thing. Rifle.
Kaboom. I just got a missile launch warning then, but Sam, defensive. Alright, so I can see that smoke trail where he came from, so I'm going to quickly put my nose on it. He's right over there. He's right over here somewhere. About there. There he is. Rifle. Holy shit, where's that come from? Holy defensive. There's another SAM that just popped up right there, which is what got my wingman. We were working those targets over there, and then another bunch. Alright, so we got him. That was the guy that shot at us the first time. What's that, another one? Then another SAM. Yep, that's another SAM's there. Rifle. So I shouldn't go north-south, because if I do, I'm going to hit. Oh, one launched at me that he just launched. On defensive.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Let's take the A10 for a drive.
Pull up.
Tree top height. There's a tank just there. Some tanks all over the joint. I'm more interested in any SAMs that are out here, to tell you the truth. Tank, tank, tank. What's that there? Tank. Tank. We might just mark him here. We'll mark this guy. That's going to be mark A. And then we'll mark this guy. Mark B. And then we'll flick our thing here to mark A and B. I'm going to go, not them, Mavericks. We are going to long press up on our TUD on mark A. And then we're going to roll in. And we're going to snap fire a couple of Mavericks at these two tanks. So we will go as soon as we're in range, which should not be far away. Rifle, and then we will cycle to our next target. Rifle. Yeah, I think I accidentally rifled at the same target twice. I got him though. Because I hit him with two Mavericks. Somebody very wise once told me that if it's worth shooting twice. Here he is, just there. Long press. Cycle to my Maverick. Long press. Oh, I forgot to select it, did I? Rifle. Any second now. Boom. What else have we got around here? What's that? Another tank. I'll just go lob a cluster bomb at this guy here. So we will select our CBU. We'll go computer calculated release point, and we'll do it from high just in case they start shooting at us. Alright, now we'll roll in. Where's our target? There it is. Stay nice and high. We might even go a bit higher, I think. Just got to line up the lines on the HUD. I think about that high will be enough. 21 seconds. Not perfect, but it doesn't need to be because it's a cluster bomb. I just need it to land in the general area. Pickle. Felt it release. Oh yeah, I got in with my cluster bomb. We might rifle at him with our last Maverick. Because f that guy. Slew our Maverick sensor to it. Let's just have a look. Lock him up. Oh wait, I haven't selected it, have I? Long press. Rifle. No Mavericks left. Man, I just love being able to flick that button and change the switch view. It's f***ing sick. That tank should explode very shortly. Boom. Read back 450819.42. Easting 0373853.03, 17 feet. Cheers. There we go, let's try that. I'll program that in the CDU. Select it on the HUD. Force like that and slew it to it. I'm just gonna go. eastern side of the river, he said though, didn't he? Alright, so I just gave a gun run on that destroyed Hulk just to make sure that that wasn't the BTR, but I don't think it changed anything. The only BTR I can see down there has already been destroyed. North side of the small stream on the eastern side of the river. Yeah, affirmative. Look, it might be concealed in trees. The only one I can see down there is a burnt out wreck though. Between the river and the small road. Running north-south. Between the river and the small road running north-south. Oh man, it's so easy to get disorientated and confused here. Do you imagine doing this for real when there was people down there screaming, help me, help me. So there's a road running north-south, which is left to right as I look at it. It must be that road right there that crosses the river. It's on the eastern side of the river. He's going to cop a Maverick, I do believe. Mark that as A. Mark that as B. Mark that as C. What's that? Mark that as D. Let's ripple fire 4 Mavericks at these things, shall we? We're getting close though. Alright, so I've flicked that to mark. Slew all sensors to there we go. So that one, how are we going here? About 7 miles out. Rifle, back up to the HUD.
I see a way for my Mavericks to finish turning on.
Rifle. Rifle. Rifle.
Warning, autopilot.
4 Mavericks. Should see some almighty bangs down there in a second. That was pretty textbook, that ripple fire Mavericks, I must admit. I don't know why that didn't hit that though.
043, report 13,000. Flanking west.
I think the same Maverick tracked. I think it must have tracked the wrong target. That was probably my fault. We might give that Sam some rockets then. We're only 5 miles out. The one target that I actually wanted to hit, I didn't hit. His Maverick must have tracked something else. Looks like he's out of ammo anyway. Oh no, he's tracking me now. Is he? No. Laser on. Yeah, he's having a look at me now. Oh wait, somebody hit him first. I might just whack him now because he's out in the open, and why not? We'll go a couple of rockets. This close now, I might as well just give him some of this. And speed brakes out. Just keep the nose high. Over to yaw. And then just gently lower the nose. There we go. I actually saw a manpad in those trees launch at me, but I don't know what happened. I don't know why. Oh, me. Alright, so I'm on fire, but I still have control. We've got both engines, I've got no engines. I think I'm going to put it down just over there in that paddock. Notice how all the lights went out because I lost power. That's f***ing cool, isn't it? I'm not gonna put the gear down because here we go. Just a nice gentle touch. Don't flip over, don't flip over. Oh, I think I'm unconscious, but I think I made it. I'm alive. Oh yeah, I don't know if I lost the tail during landing or I had no tail. Oh, the flaps were down, the speed brakes were out too. I think I probably lost the tail during landing. How good's that jet skin? That skin there is the same as this paint. That's why I painted it that colour. Oh, alright, we've got one engine. This one's on fire. We've lost all... I've got no radios either. Oh, I'm out. There he is. I see you, you son of a bitch. Oh, got me. What do we got? How are we here? We've lost both engines. We're on fire. APU. We've got some problems here, boys. Electrical power's back. Try and start the left engine. Actually, I'll even try and start the right one because the left one I pumped the bit steeper than I would usually like, but it's alright, here we go. I'm not putting the gear down. Don't flip, don't flip. Let's have a look at the damage. There is something down there. Oh shit, there it is, I see it. It's on that road heading west. Just pop down behind this feature here. Ah, they had SAM cover.
Pull up, pull up.
Answered my question if they had SAM cover or not. Alright, let's do a bit of a snap engagement here because I can see something shooting at me and I take it personally. Guns mode. Oh shit.
Pull up, pull up.
I'm out. What was that, a shulker? Anyway, I'm right here, I'll just take him on the ground now. Let's walk over to him once I land. Holy shit, it's making me... There's my beautiful A10 destroyed. Was that at me? Yep. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Careful flare.
Pull up, pull up.
Turn at bullseye 135 and 35.
Defensive.
Pull up, pull up.
733, target 135 and 35 is friendly. You have a bandit bra 169 for flanking west. 11,000. Banner on my nose 133 at One Magic merge.
Oh, f me.
Warning, autopilot.
One Magic be advised you are 58 miles from the enemy carrier group. Recommend vector. 309, copy.
Holy shit. Ah! This is depressing, just sitting here looking at my jet burning, isn't it? £500 at a Lewis. What's that? You can drag the menu around, can I? Holy shit, man, you just blew my f***ing mind. Did you know that? I did not know you could do that. Since when? Oh man, you're a lifesaver. There's a lot of smoke coming out of that thing. Holy shit, what's going on there? There seems to be some nonsense going on. Oh, I said that's cute. I just opened my notepad and my little boy's written, "To Dad," and then I turn the page. "You are a bum." Anyway, what was I writing?